ドジャースの山本由伸投手が日本時間2日、ホワイトソックスとの本拠地戦に先発登板。7回を投げて98球、3安打1失点8奪三振の快投で、今季8勝目を挙げました。初回は先頭のマイク・トークマンを空振り三振に仕留めるなど、三者凡退の立ち上がり。2回は四球と安打で走者を背負いましたが、無失点で切り抜けました。3回も再び三者凡退に抑えると、4回にはレニン操作に敵地打を許して1点を失ったものの、5回から7回までは再び完璧な内容で3イニング連続で三者凡退。終始安定感のある投球を披露しました。米メディア、FOX スポーツ、MLB の公式 X は、山本が代名詞ともいえるスプリットで空振り三振を奪う場面を紹介し、Yoshinobu山本のスプリットは狂気の動きだと、その鋭い変化球に驚きを持って言及しています。試合前後の中継番組でも、山本の投球に対する絶賛のコメントが数多く寄せられました。本記事では、当日の登板の模様と合わせて、その実況解説を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
Earlier about the Dodgers position players being in the final vote for the All-Star game. Yoshinobu Yamamoto's in a really good spot as well to make his first All-Star team once the pitchers are announced to the team coming up this weekend. He's fourth in the National League in ERA. Right now, let's send it back inside the stadium. Kirsten joins us again, and she has more on Yoshinobu. Hi there, Kirsten.
Hi, John, and it would mean the world for Yoshinobu to be named to his first All-Star game, and it would come at an amazing time, coming off of a game in which he's just gotten back on track. Was excellent in Denver, Colorado. Even with talking to his teammates after that game, since it was shortened to a rain delay, they were all like, the way that he was pitching, he probably could have pitched all 9 innings, was excellent. Dave Roberts today, he talked about what he saw from Yoshinobu in that start and how he hopes to see him continue moving forward.
I think in that start, curveball was good. The fastball was lively, commanded well. Unfortunately, got cut short because of the weather. So hopefully, we save some bullets and can kind of use them for tonight. But he's in a good spot, physically, mentally, mechanically. So, hopefully he goes out there and those ways capable of.
Obviously at the beginning it was spectacular. The last handful of weeks it's kind of been a little up and down. In your view, is he an all-star?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's an all-star. I think, he started off, ablaze, and then he kind of simmered a little bit. And the last two have been pretty good. Certainly the one in Colorado, really good. So I certainly, absolutely, he's one of the top whatever pitchers that, need to be on an all-star roster for sure.
But Yoshinobu, he looked great in Colorado in his last start. He goes 5 innings, allows just 1 hit. James picked up his first win in about a month. So how does he build on that tonight in this start against the White Sox?
Yeah, got to continue what he did last time. And, he was keeping the ball down a lot, especially on his strikeouts. You see that pitch right there, the breaking ball. And when he has that movement, look, it starts as a strike, it dives down as a ball. It's too late for the hitter to decide, right? As hitters, you only have a split second to decide. So I think to keep doing that is what's going to solidify him as maybe an all-star starter. And he's really done good in 3-2 counts, too. A lot of times, I don't know about you, Jerry, as a hitter, in a 3-2 count, I still felt like it was advantageous. I still felt like I had the upper hand. Yes. And hitters are hitting under 250 against him in 3-2 counts. So when he can do that and keep mixing up those pitches, keep the split down, keep the breaking ball down, but make it look like a strike, especially in 2-strike counts, he's going to get those strikeouts and he's going to get those early outs with weak contact.
I love the fact when he's hitting his zone, the lower part of the zone at the knees, both sides of the plate, that makes his splitter that much more effective and nasty. The hitter has to honor that fastball at the knees. And also, he can elevate that fastball 95 to 97 miles an hour. And to the hitter, it'll look like it's 100, 101 miles an hour. When he has that breaking ball working as well, 3-pitch pitcher, he is one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. So I'm loving Yamamoto. The adjustments he made, when he's pitching and those balls are moving down the zone in Colorado, he's on his A game.
And opponents are hitting less than 200 against him this year. He's one of only 3 National League starting pitchers who can say that.
Last time we saw Yoshinobu Yamamoto, that was in Colorado, and I know he gave up 1 hit, but the only thing that hit him hard was the rain delay that knocked him out of the ball game. But it was good to see him end June on a high note.
Yeah, it could have been a CG with the pitch count the way it was. 11 pitches an inning right in there. It was the lowest amount of fastballs percentage-wise that he has thrown in his major league career in a game. He's thrown a lot of curveballs and a lot of split fingers. It's a good equation for him tonight because this team over here, we're playing the White Sox, they don't hit a 4-seam fastball very well. And then if he goes to a split, the league's hitting 148 off of that.
Speaking of Yoshinobu Yamamoto, looked great last Wednesday in Colorado. That continues a trend where he's been great on the road, where he has a 1.57 ERA in 8 starts. In his 8 home starts, Jerry, the ERA is more than 2 runs higher. So how can he change that tonight?
Well, that's surprising to me because pitchers always talk about loving to pitch here at Dodger Stadium. I think it's just one of those weird things to start the season. I think that trend changes tonight. Fastball command at the knees is so important. In and out, that sets up his devastating split.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it has to do with the stadium. You know, you faced the Rockies, and then he faced the Padres before that. So I think a lot of times it's just the teams he's facing, and obviously his stuff is there, but left a few pitches up against the Padres. I think he's going to do great tonight.
All right, well, we know someone who is absolutely in there tonight, and that's Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He ended June on a high note, wants to continue that here to start off July.
Yeah, turned around the beginning of June, end of June, he started to throw the ball better. What he is hoping for is better results, get some offensive support, continue to throw that great split finger that the league's hitting 148 against Colorado. He was fantastic. Didn't throw as many fastballs as normal, but the curveball and the splitter were right on. And tonight, look for him to be able to use that high fastball against a bad 4-seam hitting club in the White Sox, and I would say that the split will still be dominant.
Time now for stats with Lowe's as peel the curtain back a little bit further on Yoshinobu Yamamoto's 2025 campaign. 8 starts at home compared to 8 on the road. Oral, much different in the ERA department. Why do you think that is?
You know, I just think it's just coincidence. I don't think it has anything to do. He loves pitching here at Dodger Stadium, doesn't mind pitching on the road. You see with that 157 ERA. And speaking of road starts, you're talking about Yamamoto's last one in Colorado. It was fantastic. Only thing that got in his way was the rain, the hour rain delay that got him out of the game. But 56 pitches, averaging 11 pitches. It could have been a complete game. He threw less 4-seamers than any big league start as far as percentage. But you know what? The splitter was on, the curveball was on, and that is very impressive in that environment in Colorado to have that kind of success with your breaking stuff.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud illustrating what he used against the Rockies. Those 56 pitches, 39 were strikes. The fewest number of pitches thrown for Yamamoto in the first 5 innings of any start in his career. So, yes, wildly efficient. We'll try and repeat those mechanics here back in LA.
It was almost like a workout with that light of load. You know, he could have continued on, and I love the fact that he's coming off kind of a rested start where he got a W.
Yeah, and for the Dodgers on the mound, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, you think of that ERA 2.61. Great package of pitches, sneaky good fastball, 95 to 97. Killer split finger. One of the keys for Yamamoto, get ahead with the fastball, use that splitter. He throws it about 26% of the time. Curveball and cutter, pretty good pitches for him also.
2 balls and a strike. And the cutter is in there, evens the count here at 2-2.
Yeah, one of the things that makes Yamamoto so good, he's very unpredictable. Throwing a 2-1 backdoor breaking ball for a strike to get back into the count.
Still 2-2, the 7th pitch to Tauchman. Is strike 3. Got him with the split below the zone.
League hitting 148 against Yamamoto's split finger, and you can see why with this example. It looks like a fastball at the knees and ends up by the ankles.
We take a look at the most starts with 6 or more innings and without an earned run. And Yamamoto, one of the best in baseball, only trailing Skubal.
Yeah, he's probably the most decorated pitcher that has come over from Japan, and the Dodgers locked him up to a long-term deal. They spent a lot of money. 12 years, $325 million they spent to get the services of Yamamoto.
Skies it to right. Teoscar Hernandez camps out underneath, out number 1.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto in Colorado threw all of 11 fastballs in his 5 innings of work. In the first inning, he threw 7 of 12 pitches that were fastballs. So you got a guy on the mound that can pitch to a scouting report. He can make adjustments right along with whatever lineup he's facing.
1-2. Got him swinging. Inning-ending K for Yamamoto. 2 punch-outs and 2 scoreless innings so far.
The first 40,000 fans tomorrow will take home a special Yamamoto bobblehead presented by ANA. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Yeah, that's one of the rare bobblehead nights where the bobblehead takes a back seat. No one's coming to Dodger Stadium on Wednesday. Respectfully, I say this.
Boy, that's the pitch right there. The fastball that Yamamoto throws, you see that slow, deliberate delivery, kind of lulls you to sleep, and the ball jumps in on you. He'll get it up there 96, 97 miles an hour. There's some bullets in that gun if he wants to reach back and get it.
Yamamoto was last on the mound, actually in Colorado. Speaking of Coors Field, it was Wednesday. Only threw 56 pitches, gave up 1 hit and 5 scoreless innings. That's because they had a rain delay, 87 minutes. And he did not come out to return for the top of the 6th inning. But he does get Tauchman here to strike out. There's out number 2.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of swings like that. That split finger, you have to guard against it. Then that makes that fastball just explode.
The majority of the outs so far in this game are with the fastball.
Add another.
3 Ks, 5 out of 8 outs with the fastball, and here it is sneaking it by him at 95, up and away. Math.
First pitch strike to Chase Mydroth. Here coast the kid into University of San Diego. The rookie back in his hometown stadium. Affectionately regarded as a dirtbag. Just one of those ball players, EK has said throughout his life. But he's down on 3 pitches. Back-to-back punch-outs for Yamamoto to finish a 1-2-3 third.
Against a young, kind of weak-hitting team like the White Sox, you don't have to have your off-speed stuff, especially that splitter, be perfect. You can bring it up and make it a little bit more competitive.
Like strike 3 swinging. 5th K for Yamamoto, finishes the 4th, but the White Sox did get a run, so it's 5-1. We had the conversation, Oral, about his pitch count in Colorado. 56 pitches, the fewest number for Yamamoto. The first 5 innings of any start so far in his career. Not as efficient tonight, but he hasn't been too shabby.
Well, he's lost it a little bit every once in a while, but within the inning, he gets it right back on track. And so, yeah, it is slightly elevated compared to the Colorado start, but he is still just as effective. 1 earned run in his last 10 1/3 innings. So he's pretty much on a roll. And we've been pushing Andy Pages to get votes to get on the All-Star team. Well, I think this guy on the mound is going to get named to the All-Star team.
Fields his position beautifully yet again.
It is so much fun to play every part of the game, and the pitchers in this generation have lost the ability to go up there and bat and bunt and do different things. But field your position, hold runners, start a double play, pickoffs. Another part of the game that's a lot of fun. It is so weird to see a guy shake his head but not be looking in for the sign. It's like he's staring out over the Dodger dugout, maybe over Dave Roberts' head as he shakes. It's like you're just so used to seeing pitchers look in, and he looks in when he says yes, but the no, he don't want to look at the glove.
Talk about Yamamoto's efficient pitch count. Vargas is getting into it. Now the 10th. Popped up, playable, shallow right. The ball belongs to Teoscar Hernandez. Another 1-2-3 frame for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. We're in the middle of the 6-1 Dodgers.
Well, Yamamoto is up over 90 pitches, but he's only given up 3 hits tonight to this White Sox offense. 2 of them coming from Lenyn Sosa.
Well, he has the ability to throw 4 pitches and command a sneaky good fastball, great split finger. Can throw a curveball over the plate when he needs to. Very few non-competitive pitches. He's around the strike zone.
Sosa will ground this one to third. Muncy with the hop.
You can see why now, why the Dodgers forked out $365 million 12-year contract for Yamamoto. 12 years, $325 million. Just a complete pitcher. Moves the ball up, down, in and out. Commands his off-speed pitches. Enough life on the fastball. He'll lull you to sleep with the split finger and the curveball.
Rojas turns on this one down the line and right, but it's just foul.
2 outs in the top of the 7th. 6-1 still is the lead for the Dodgers. You know, they've had 3 starts of 7 innings this season. Yoshinobu Yamamoto has 2 of them. Clayton Kershaw has the other one. So you have 2 aces, 2 different eras of the Dodgers staff, teammates here in 2025.
So I think tomorrow Clayton is going to get a lot of help with the 3rd strikeout. I think we're going to have an Albert Pujols, Barry Bonds flash from phones time on every one of the 2-strike pitches when he's already gotten 2. So whoever is the hitter that's got a chance to strike out on the 3rd one, it's going to be tough lighting.
With the bright lights at Dodger Stadium
and all the phones.
Well, he might get it before the sun sets. You don't know.
That's true. Don't spoil my story.
I'm sorry, you're right. Rojas couldn't spoil that from Yamamoto. Another strikeout. Another 7-inning performance from the right-hander.
And Yoshi's first 4 starts of the month of June did not go all that well for him, James. But his last start in Colorado, 5 innings, it was rain shortened. Looked like he turned back into being Yoshinobu Yamamoto once again. He carried that over tonight.
Yeah, and he's a guy you think of as a tone setter. You know, the first batter of the game strikes him out with a split, and that gives you a lot of confidence going into the rest of the bats, especially with that pitch. Yes, he's a guy that can dominate the strike zone, but guess what? Those pitches have a lot of movement. You don't always have control. So when you can start off the game spotting your fastball and mixing in those breaking balls and those splits, whether you're getting swings and misses or throwing them for strikes, it gives you confidence.
Here's another thing, James. You made a great point. When you get that 4-run lead, you know, as like Yamamoto knows, I don't have to be perfect. I can attack the strike zone. I don't have to be as fine. I can work ahead, and once I'm working ahead, spotting that fastball, I can use my breaking ball and obviously that split finger. So Yamamoto has proven he can pitch with a lead. He was attacking the strike zone after that first inning.
Stay top of the first, Jerry. Yoshi gets Mike Tauchman.
Outstanding job making sure that split is down. It appears as a strike down the middle. At the last second, darts out of the zone to get the swing and miss. No. You don't want to be banned.
2 down, Yamamoto gets Brooks Baldwin to end the inning.
I love that location right there. Elevated, high cheese. It's hard to lay off of that at mid-90s. You got 2 strikes.
Top of the 3rd, it's Mike Tauchman back up there, Jerry, and he's going to be a strikeout victim again.
As that fastball, remember that split earlier? Well, he remembers it as well. He elevates the fastball this time, running away. Perfect pitch.
It's a nice 1-2-3 3rd inning, James.
That's just filthy. That's an 0-2 pitch. We were talking about that one earlier. Starting middle, darting down and in. That's just hang with him.
Well, he gave up 1 run tonight, a 2-out RBI double. Here will score Benintendi to make it 5-1.
And nothing hurt here. Listen, they're going to score runs at times, but you've got to limit the damage, and he does just that.
Strikes out Rojas to end the inning.
Yeah, nice composure right there to come back, starting that pitch right over the middle of the plate, fading away. I mean, that's just hard to hit, right? You're trying to time that up, at least foul it off. Yeah, you just throw your helmet down there, bro.
Top of the 5th, Brooks Baldwin struck out earlier, James, and he's going to go down again.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say right there? I mean, that pitch even started down, but as a hitter, you do not have time to wait.
Michael A. Taylor, the strikeout victim as well. Top of the 7th. 1-2-3 inning for Yamamoto.
Yeah, I'm sure that was someone's pick to click up here by the name of John Hartung.
That's right.
Getting those 7 innings in. Great pitch right there, tailing away. Gave those guys fits all night.
So glad you brought that up. I said 7 innings, 1 run or no runs. Right on cue. Thank you, Yoshi. He's only gone 7 innings twice this season in 16 starts. He's going at least 7 tonight, allowing 1 or 0 runs against the White Sox.
Like that.
I mean, James, I got nothing other than...
Let me moderate this. All right, so John Hartung, how'd you feel about that call, going into this game? What made you think of that 7 innings? Was there something that happened in the past?
Well, because he was in Colorado in his last start. Threw, 55, 56 pitches, so I felt like he could go a little bit deeper in the game tonight. He easily could have probably gone the 8th inning as well, but I felt like Doc would at least let him go 7, and I felt like 1, maybe 0 runs.
So here's the thing. You need to thank Will, because while he was doing his bullpen session before the game, Will had the iPad. They were watching our show. And Yamamoto heard you say, 7 innings, 1. Yep. I got that. Boom. So you need to thank Will that he had our show in the bullpen.